Hey guys, how's it going? Webhub Sisanti here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a controversial topic on LinkedIn. When it comes to content, everybody is wondering what works the best. Videos, images, regular posts, or LinkedIn Pulse. What works the best? Well, here's the answer. I have no idea. Yes, I'm sure this is not something that you must have uh, thought of, but well, yes, that is actually the answer. Well, not just me, no one knows it. The reason being, it all depends on the kind of audience you have. Well, let me just give you an example, right? Let me quickly jump into my profile. All right, I have it open here. You can see that this is a piece of content. It has 100,000 views. One more piece of content, 41,000 views. One more, 21,000, 13,000, 118,000, 350,000. All of this are right straight up content. Here's a video, 3,600 views. Okay, clearly video didn't work really well. Again, a really good picture. I thought this will break my LinkedIn again, but 100,000 views, not bad, really good for a lot of people. But I actually thought this picture, well, not just a picture, a great story with it, right? That was about a talk, and I really wrote my heart out. Here it is, one more image, 15,000 views, right? Again, you can see this is a video. This is my own video, my face on it, 15,000 views. Now you have seen pictures, videos, and images, and you clearly see in my case, content, just the content is winning. Why? Maybe because I'm really good at writing content on LinkedIn. But it could be very different for you, right? Your audience might like videos more, or your audience might like images more. So there's actually not a right answer for this. And also, not everything would work the right way every time for everybody. Wait, what do I mean by that? Well, when it comes to videos, let's talk about a video like this, right? This is my own face and I am talking to the camera, right? These 15,000 views are very damn valuable because in this, in a regular, let me quickly pull something that did really well. In this 100,000 views, at least I have my face, not probably my face on it, but in this 184,000 views, people just know my name. They've just probably read my name, right? But in this video, which has 15,000 views, people, all the 15,000 of them have actually seen my face. So my brand value is actually going up here than that regular post with 100,000 views. Well, that's the advantage of videos, right? But I have really sucked at sharing such videos. First of all, I'm not a huge fan because I believe people who are not able to create enough content should be sharing these videos. I'm also going to get to where to get such videos in other videos in the next few videos that I'm talking about. But in my case, right, I have enough stories to share, and I know for a fact there's nothing that does better on LinkedIn than personal stories which inspire people. Well, think about anyone, no matter who you are, no matter where have you been. I'm damn sure that you must have gone through circumstances which are inspirational. If not you, your friends must have. People you know must have, right? Create them into stories and put them. There's nothing that will do better than a good story, and there's nothing better for your LinkedIn profile than your own story, right? That is the power of content, that is the power of stories, right? So again, images versus uh, write up content versus videos. For me, it's the exact, I mean, write up content. Now I have a take for images, right? The problem with images, here you can see this is an image. It has 100,000 views, so it's not bad at all. But I know for a fact if I would have just written this write up without the image, it probably would have done 4 times better. Why? Is, see, we are human beings in the end, right? So when we are scrolling through LinkedIn, when you see an image, so usually a user only click once, right? On a smaller screen, most of the time it's a phone. They click on the image, they see the image, oh, that's a good image. Escape, move on. That's what happens in most of the cases. As a result, there is a click-through rate. There is a click happening if an image is really good, but that is not happening on the like, or that is not happening on the comment in most of the cases. For example, in this case, right? People check the image, they're like, oh, this is nice. It took them 10 seconds to read it, and then off. Then they are off, right? Let me just give you the other big reason why images don't really work well, according to me, or at least for me, I've not seen any image on LinkedIn which has done brilliantly well without a good story, by the way. Okay, let's wait for this to load. So what I'm trying to say is the other problem with images is on LinkedIn, since it's not really image heavy, LinkedIn is not very image heavy. The problem is we only see very few images, because of which, and those few images, most of them are actually ads. They are usually the LinkedIn ads. For example, this is a good image, but if you scroll down, this is an ad, and obviously this hasn't loaded again, right? In most of the cases, what I've seen is most out of every 5 posts, when you see an image, it's usually an ad, right? And because of which we become ad blind, because we have been seeing a lot of ads, we just want to scroll through it, because you might think that, oh wait, this is one more ad out there, right? Because of which we become ad blind, and I feel that is one reason why images don't really work well. But again, as I said, no one has the right answer. It might work for you, it is not working for me. That doesn't mean that it won't work for you. So that's my take. Now, the final one is LinkedIn Pulse. Well, I'm not a fan of LinkedIn Pulse. I'm being upfront about this. The reason being, in fact, LinkedIn doesn't like LinkedIn Pulse. Why? It alters its direct flow. What do I mean? This is a LinkedIn Pulse article I wrote, right? It has 2,300 views with 250 likes and 58 comments and 9 shares. It actually did pretty damn well. But I know for a fact, if I could have made like, this is an article which is talking about how to get a more engagement on your post. I've mentioned 3 points. I could have made all these 3 points into 3 different posts, and I know for a fact the reach that I would have got would have been 200,000 instead of 2,000. Why is LinkedIn not promoting? Well, the reason being, look, this is the reason, right? It's like a single landing page and it ends. It's not infinite. It ends. Whereas if you go to a regular LinkedIn, it keeps scrolling, right? It is on a flow. It doesn't end. And as a human being, when the content ends, the mind is built in a way that we actually think that's the end of LinkedIn's job, and you skip it and you move on to some other app or Instagram or other social network or whatever. Because of which, LinkedIn loses out on people. Like, the retention of a user when he's going through a LinkedIn Pulse article is way lower, because again, they cannot put an ad, it is not in the flow, and there's a high chance that the user might actually leave LinkedIn. It's the same thing why LinkedIn is actually not promoting company pages, because once a user gets into a company page, this is a company page, right? Let me quickly get into it. It is not infinite. It ends after a while, and company pages have call to actions to company websites. And again, people move out of LinkedIn, which LinkedIn doesn't want. As a result, LinkedIn is not promoting company pages, or obviously, I mean, it's always a comparative promotion that I'm talking about, is not promoting any such article. But Pulse is important for LinkedIn because people need an option to write longer articles. In fact, Facebook tried something called as Notes too, which didn't really do well. Again, probably the same reasons, but you get the idea, right? That's basically why it doesn't work. So coming to the conclusion of the whole damn thing, like, what works for you is what's better for you. So the approach for you should be experimenting everything. But no matter what, if you can write real stories, guys, don't fake up stories, don't make up shit, please don't do that. And when you do that, a lot of people can actually know about it, and that will actually deter your value, right? Write real stories, because I believe that every human being has something or the other. Like, we have lived for 25 years, I've lived for 25 years, I can bloody well write good 100 stories about my life from the beginning. And these are small examples, right? That small example where your dad asked you to go and pay back the vendor when you forgot, and the vendor didn't bother asking you for money. So let me just give you an example. This just came into my mind, right? So I was in my hometown. This is a very good example of a good story, right? I was in my hometown, and there was this roadside vendor who was selling watermelon in summers, and I loved watermelon. It used to cost $10 for a good big plate of watermelon. I went out. My dad paid me $10. I was a kid, probably in my second grade or third grade. Went out, bought the watermelon, forgot to give the $10 to the watermelon vendor. The watermelon vendor even forgot to ask me the money. I came back home, and then I remembered that, oh wait, I didn't pay him. But I was a naive kid, and I was actually happy about it, saying, "Wait, I saved $10," and I proudly went to my dad and told, "Dad, you know what? I saved the $10. I didn't pay the vendor, and he forgot about it, and we went away and we saved $10." My dad said, "Go back and pay him back." And I actually did. And when I came back and when I asked my dad, "Why did you do this? I mean, I could have kept that $10 and I could have used it later." My dad taught me a lesson that whatever is not yours should not be yours. He's hardworking, he's out there in the sun, he deserves that 10 bucks, 10 bucks, go pay him back. That's a lesson I learned. Empathy, right? And this could be a beautiful post if written well, not like this. If written well, spend 5 minutes. If I spend 5 to 10 minutes formatting the content right, this could do really well because empathy is really, really important, right? I mean, guys, just like that, I was thinking. I mean, I swear to you, swear on you guys, that I was not planning to say this, but these are what stories are. They're very small stories, and these can actually do really good content on LinkedIn, right? This is what people are looking for, inspiration, right? So that's basically something which will definitely work. This is something I can vouch for. But if you are someone who's not good at stuff like this, there are so many other ways that you can keep your users engaged. All right. I hope this made sense. I'll see you in the next one.